listeners, Harika here, and I'm super excited to welcome you to UppTalk. If you're ready to learn and get your hands work wonders in the world of information technology, then you're in the right place. When I say UppTalk, we are not just another edtech company. Consider we are your learning partner committed to unlocking your full potential. Whether you're stepping into the world of technology for the first time or looking to advance your career, we provide top-tier, hands-on courses to build up your career. Let's take our first step towards learning here and explore it.
My name is Rahul and I have like 15 years of experience into ERP implementation and support activities. I have done more than 11 projects and to and far. And in Workday, I have more than 8 years of experience. And all experience is into finance only. I do all this freelance. I am working with a partner firm, Big Four, and I manage my team. I look after all the boot camps and everything related to Workday Finance. And I have trained more than like 200 people far on Workday Finance. That's a pretty brief introduction about myself. In supply chain management, basically what we'll do is we'll cover how to set up your suppliers, your purchase orders, your supplier contracts, your purchase item, your spend category, your contracts and some reports also, some business processes also. We'll cover each and everything. We'll do the requisition also. We'll see how from requisition to payment we proceed end to in procurement cycle. And we'll see individual modules also. How to close those activities also. Alright. As you are transitioning towards Workday, Workday is a cloud-based ERP and it's much better compared to like your PeopleSoft, SAP and other ERPs available in this market right now. You would be very pleased with the UI and the features once you have that and once this is implemented and go live in your company. Now, as you are working in supply chain management analyst, basically all these things will help you. And if you have anything else in your head like you want to cover or you want to know more about, please do let me know. But from supplier change management perspective, a same perspective, the core things are your purchase orders, your supply invoices, the adjustments, debit or credit notes, you can call them, as for PeopleSoft language. And then we have your receipts that you receive when you receive the goods or services from the supplier. Then we'll talk about your expense reports, also how to create expense reports. Then we'll see, although expense report is not part of supplier management, but I'll just give a glimpse of it. How do you configure those? How to work on the expense report side. Then we'll talk about requisitions, how to create requisitions, and from requisitions, how to create your purchase orders, and how to create your receipts and the supply invoices and the payment. Finally, just like other ERPs, you log in with your ID and password. And once you log in with your ID and password, this is the page you see at first. This is what we call as a home page or the page when you log into the system. You can customize this page as per your requirement. Different companies have like their logos just like this. We have a dev logo here, but they will have their own logos. And all configurations here, what you want to show to the end. This is called a home page where we can view all apps. Now, these apps are nothing like dashboards kind of thing. Like if you have to submit your timesheets, if you have to look for, if you apply for leaves and all those things. This is basically all apps. We will talk about this is some other day. But the other thing I want to talk about is this notification bar here. What this notification bar does is, It will show you all the notifications related to you, which you are part of. Suppose you are part of some approval process where things flows to different people for approving. But you don't have to take any action. Just like FUI, things happened in a system, in a process, and they just want to let you know that this thing happened. You can say for example, a purchase order. A purchase order has been approved, then approved by all the approvals. It's just a notification for you that the PO has been approved and it's ready to be issued to the supplier. Like that way kind of notification. We do not do any action here. It's just like FI. This is a notification icon. Just tell you there is a notification for you to review. Then the other important part is this inbox. Now this here, just like mail icon here, this one. Here the things comes in which you have to take some action. For example, you have to approve your employee's leave or subordinate leaves, right? You would approve those leaves here. Or you have to approve some purchase order or supplier invoice. Then you will approve those supplier invoices here. This is a place where you would take some action. Inbox is a place. We call it as an inbox icon. Inbox is a place where you would take some action. It can be anything. It's like approving your subordinate leaves, approving purchase orders, supplier invoice. Their adjustments, meet anything. This is called inbox. The next thing we have to talk about is this one. This is your profile page. This is where we see different options here. For example, I want to go back to my home screen. The first option, I have two options here. If I want to go back to my home page, either I can click on this. And it will take me back to my home page. Or if you want to go back from here. People normally don't go here and then click on home because it's much easier. Right? If I click on here and click on home, and you'll be back on your home page. But I'll just show you. Again, you will be on your same home page. That option just helps you to reach the home page. And the other thing is my account. My account is nothing like changing your password, changing your preferences. That is like my account. Just like you go to your Amazon account or Flipkart account, any account, right? You see there, like changing your credit card details, your payment history, and all those things. Same thing here also. You can see the organization ID. Then you can see the change in password, change in preferences. Manage password telling questions. Manage password devices and all those things. Not that major one. It's nice. You have work band. Anything which is related to your work. That you can view here under this page. It will open a new home page. As you can see, earlier was a blank, where you limited information here. You can see your name. Like the username is printed here or visible here. Then the inbox items are here. Because it says work pages. Things which are related to your work. If I am from reporting and analytic department or R2R, I'll see R2R related. Dashboards here. If I am from integrations, then I see some integration stuff here. Where is that? And then you have this business processes. If you are related to a business process administrator, like your work is to manage with the business process, then you can see that part here also. A work page is nothing but just a place to review your work or what you have to complete. Then type whatever tasks and report are there in the system of which you have access to. That will be called as a It's taking some time to go there. It says available reports and tasks. What it means is that as per your security profile, that whatever access is there, whatever tasks you can run, whatever report you can view or run. This option will show you that part, that these are the different categories in Workday. And under each of them, whatever access you hold, as per security profile, under business process, what I can do, I can run 60 reports, 60 plus reports. Then under task, I have access to more than 48 tasks as per my security profile. Implementers will always have, more access compared to the normal users. Implementers like a very super user group, which can do a lot of things, which others and other people cannot do. Favorite is a place. Just like you have favorites in your books, in your accounts, Amazon account, or Twitter, or anywhere where you can save something as your favorites, which you can go back and relate if you want to. If you want to, go back and view that information later on. You can mark certain reports, business objects, as your favorites. Then they will appear here. Let me give you a quick demo here. Let me find. For now, you see, favorite business object or under custom reports. There are 69 items here. Suppose I'm going to add one more report as my favorite. Will it change to 70 here? Let's check it out. I will just find out some reports here. Custom report. Let's say this one. If I want to add this report, that's my favorite. What I have to do is like this, 3 dots. We call them as either 3 dots or a related action button. What does it mean? That what are the available actions on this particular object you have as per your security profile. I will just simply go to this favorite part here. I will add this. Similarly, you can add the business objects like your company, supplier and customer as your favorites. I will just give a demo on the reporting side. If you add here, last confirmation. And now, if you go back to your favorites, you can see from 2, this has increased to 3. And if you look at the custom report, shared custom reports, if you look at sub-report demo, if you look at here, a sub-report, This has been added as a favorite. Why we use it? Certain times we have key reports which we run for our daily work or to execute our daily task. We need the data and other information. What this will do is like you don't have to remember that report name again. You have to go the search bar to type it. You can directly come to the favorites and that report will be there available for you to run again. That's why we use more like a favorite option than my reports. Come on. And this one you can see basically what it does is that certain times there are a lot of reports which takes a lot of time to run because of the data volume. In some reports may have like 1,000 rows, some may have like, and that data is complicated to gather in one place. There are some delivery reports by Workday which I'll talk about later on. Those reports take some time to deliver the data, and some are like custom reports. When you run them, they can be like not to get rid of that. There will be an option called notify military. I'll show you that. Like on the third or fourth day of the session, when they run, it will ask you to notify military option, which you can give a name and then say, yes, I want to see this report. Once it is available for me, review and download. That's what we do with that option under my reports, which took time. More than like 5 minutes or 10 minutes. They are having a lot of data in it when you run with the parameters. That's why they take some time to run, and that's why they will appear here once they are downloaded. Other part, help and documentation is not, it's like more of your Workday community link. Workday community link access is only given to the implementers, the customer side people, or the client side people. You can ask your manager, raise a ticket for you. I'm not sure if you have enrolled into the KD session. Have you enrolled in the KD session? Can you say that again? Basically, what will happen, Jake, is that this is live. You will get the community tenant link access. In that, it's just like, what do you call it? Where both implementers or the partner firms and the customers meet and they raise their queries and they try to find out a solution for the network ecosystem itself before going to Workday. Let you know. Try to find out a solution for this if someone has worked on this previously. Or you can raise a brainstorm ideas. Workday will tell you more about that. Brainstorm ideas. It's like things which are not implemented right now because of Isaiah research. And now there's a big requirement from the clients that we need this feature for a particular company, particular region. It can be said. Basically, we call it a brainstorm idea where we give them an idea to work with that. This is what we want. They ask to get the votes from different clients. And if that is most, toss it, at least I believe, something like that. The favors from different customers. Then they think about to execute it, and then they will let it know when they would be able to do that. That is more of like community and documentation. You don't have to worry about it right now. It's a long. Once you leave, only then you have to think about it. For now, I'm just giving you information in advance. Clear to hear? Any question? Not yet. The other important feature is I can go back to the home page. This is our called the search bar. This is everything in one day. Here you can search people. You can search for reports. You can search for tasks and everything. For example, I want to search or someone like Teresa Serrano, a generic account, my Workday. Teresa Serrano. You can see with a few keywords only. I didn't type the full name also. There's few keywords and the value or the information will be popped up immediately by artificial, the AI system. You can call it artificial intelligence system. You just have to pick the first three words of each word in the search bar and the system we capture. Like what you are trying to find out. It's like more of Google. You have your question in your head and you start in the typing it and then the work. There's already an answer for it. Similar thing here with the search bar. You can search people here, but again, what are you seeing right now, Jason, on your screen is because of the security profile setup. Everything in Workday is controlled by the security, basically. If you want to search someone name who want to see a particular field, how many suppliers, build, and all those things, anything which you want to do in Workday, you have to get the security done correctly. If you don't have the access, you won't be able to see certain things or you won't be able to do any few tasks. This is about like searching person here. Then I can search for some like creating supplier invoices. Because I want to create supplier invoice, I'll say create supplier invoice. And you can. I do not type the full word. I just type the keywords here. And this has picked up that I am trying to create a supply invoice or a customer invoice, whatever it is. I just create supply invoice here. And as you can see, we have a company, Visa. It means like I am having that access to do this transaction in the system, basically. Just to prove my point. Again, anything you see in the system only is because you have the right security assigned, starting from small field information, big data, and everything you do. You have the right security. Only then you are able to like do certain things in the system, executing tasks, reports, and everything. If you don't have the right security, you would not be able to search, even like, and your colleague also. Everything is controlled by the security in the workplace. This is our search bar, through which we will be searching the task. We will be searching for the people. We will be searching for different things. Now talk about let's talk about purchase item and spend category. And I will try to use Atomic Company for our entire session. Let me talk about how it works. You have different business processes for requisition. You have different business process for your task. You have to domain security and business security in Workday. Security drives by two ways, either your domain security or your business security. Based on that, you will see certain tasks. It's quite possible that you are able to see certain tasks and report in the system, whereas your colleague is not able to see the same supplier and customers. It's because of the security assignment. If I don't give you the view supplier access in the system, then you won't be able to view supplier. If I give you the right access, you will be able to do a lot of things. That's why we have different security groups also that we use to assign people to those security groups. People can perform different duties, like segregation of duties. One can do only customer invoice. Not everyone can do supplier invoice. Like that, as per the team, as per the user profile, we can create security groups for them. And then they can, execute their daily tasks. Now let me talk about what you call how the business process works, how we configure business processes, and how to start configurations of purchase items, spend category. I think it would be good if we create. Let me think. Should we create a company? Should we use an existing one? I think we can use an existing one here. Let me find out which company we can use for all our supplier. This SCM session. Let me think. Let me think the name. Dada, dada, die. That was what we proved. Let me see. All we proved. Matrix of relation. What about company? If I say company, we have a Wipro company for our practice. We'll use this company called Wipro and let me see the accounting of it. What we got here is, luckily we did not use this company. Let's find out a good company here. What should be the company with, if I say find suppliers, supply. I'm just using some shortcuts here. Wipro Engine. What is the company for which we have built invoices? Invoices and payments. And we use which company here? Let's check it out. Tesla flying cars. Great. I'm not sure if we have opened the period for this one, but let's see. test line cars. And then let's see what is the accounting of this company. And I did company account details. Which account set we're using is. We would need this because we have to add our spending categories to this account set. Account posting. If account rule set, account posting rule set is account posting rule set. Fair enough. What is the company? Test flying cars. Great. We got the company against which we have to pay suppliers invoices and purchase orders and receipt. We should do what? Let me start with the spend category first. What is the spend category? Spend category is nothing. If you break the word, it's spend plus category. Like what kind of spend you did on which category. They can be getting these like, let me take very layman examples here. They can be getting these your food. They can get these off your supplier. Also, they can be other days on which what do you call it? Basically, a category on, if you just want to break this in simple word, that a category on which you spend the amount. That's all. If you really want to break it. First of all, even before you want to create a purchase item, you have to create a spend category because it will ask for a spend category as a mandatory value. Let's create a spend category. Call for that. You have to put task on maintain. Spend categories. And then there are three options here. The first option says that create new spend category hierarchy. It says if you want to, you have come to this page either to create a new spend category hierarchy. The second option says maintaining spending categories for existing hierarchy. It's just like adding some changes to the existing spending. And then if you don't want to do that, then the third option says maintain spend categories without a hierarchy. Like you're not building a hierarchy. You're not creating a hierarchy. You're simply creating one spend category, which has a very minimal effect on the other things. Let me just say maintain spend categories without hierarchy. And then we're going to create a new spend category. As you can see, there are a lot of spend categories here on this page, but we don't have to worry about them. We'll create a new spend category. Few days, maybe 1 or 2 sessions. It may look alien language to you or alien task to you. What I am doing on earth on with this task and reports and everything how to run them. And slowly and gradually you'll pick it up that how the things work in the system and how you can learn them easily. Let me click on add here. You have to click on this add button here. Then you have to give a name. As you can see a name here. Name. Let's say, let me think of what would be the spend categories that we are trying to add here. A spend category. That's what the entertainment under entertainment will create a purchase items like Netflix subscription, ZTV subscription, or like CNBC subscription like that. We'll see entertainment. We'll give a name here and say entertainment. Then, if any text applicability applies to this, I get along. Input that input GS, T on this one, input CSD, whatever it is, then you can use that value from here. Otherwise, you can leave it blank. The task as it is, it's very simple. Maintains spending categories, and you have to select the third option. And then you will be here. And then call it. You know this is not a quality for sure. And a spend category display. How do you want to display it? This spending in the system, I am saying by name only. That's the only value we have anyways in this prompt. This thing. Let me show you this thing where I just click. This thing is called prompt in the Workday. This is called a prompt. Now spend category usage. Like it that you want to use this spend category on the supplier invoices or on the procurement or on the expense or on the ad hoc payment. For now, I'll use all of them. Yes, we would be using this spend category on your supplier invoices, also your procurement, also your expense, also your payment also. But again, remember, in real world, you have to pick one or two, or you will pick just one or two. Let me show you that these are the values. We are looking at. For now, I'll just say everything here. Be it like ad hoc payment expenses, procurement supply invoice. But it's like a client. Client will tell you because you're just implementing for your company itself. Someone from the procurement team will let you know currently how they are mapping the spend category to like procurement or supply invoices or ad hoc payment or other options. Because Workday gives you 4 options here, as you can see. It will be ad hoc payment expenses, procurement, and supply invoices. I picked it for all that. Yes, we would be using. There's a probability that we would use the same spend category for all the other categories here. Then requisition fulfillment source. If you will use this spend category in a requisition, we'll talk about requisition also in some time. But let's try to finish this first. When we create a requisition, our requisition is nothing. It's a request generated by employees itself where they are ordering some notebooks, some pens, some sharpeners, and all those things. Or it can be like text also. It can be some XYZ service also. The employees are rating or a buyer of the company. You will have a buyer in each company. They are the person who raise this request to the managers and to the senior leadership. Acquisition fulfillment source is a purchase order. Revenue category mapping will not talk about this. This is more of intercompany stuff. Intercompany, we are not covering in this course. Just you need to know is that when you create this spend category, you have to give it a name, a description about it. Spend category display, by default, it would be name only. Wherever it says asterisk sign, then it's the same. It means it's a mandatory value. You have to fill in or you have to pick one value here. Then spending category usage is there where you would be using this. This is like asset tracking. We'll not go to the asset part today or in this course, for now at least. Then fulfillment sources. This is when you can remember we're not doing it. Then we'll just say, what happened? The field spend category. Oh, this one. Let's get rid of this. I'll hit. The first thing is created, which is a spending category called entertainment. Now we have to create some purchase items. Basically, purchase items are nothing like which we purchase from the supplier. It can be like your desktops, laptops, hardware, software. It can be anything for your operational activities which you procure from the supplier. That's what we call a purchase item. We'll see in a minute how to create a purchase item. For that, you will see that when we create the purchase item, at that time it will ask for the spend category there. We'll just go back here and we'll go to purchase item. It says create purchase item. As you can see, spend category is mandatory value here, marked with red asterisk sign here. That's why we created the spend category first, and now we'll create the purchase item. What was the spend category? Entertainment. Item. Let's say we'll get something different. Just click the price. Pandora is for price item in case Farouk was CKX for our cloak. Likey says can Sharcoin on their end sked. Let's say some shows ticket shows ticket. Shows ticket. Then it will be show ticket. Basically the item identifier that this is the item number, item description. We can say this is a short ticket, red sheen. Then item status is active. Item all. If you have any internal site link for this particular item, you store the information that you're procuring in. Then you can mention the item all here, or you can leave it blank. It's not mandatory value to fill in, and as you can see, spend category type is like a serial. Control type is no serial, and accounting treatment would be empty here for now. And the picture fulfillment source that we picked in this package. Purchase order here. What else? What else? What would be the base unit of measure? Let's say each, and then we'll just say each cost, like $100. Turns his us like what is the currency of this purchase item. Obviously, when we'll procure this from supplier, they say this is like 100 USD per hour or 200 USD per hour or per goods or whatever it is that you will define here, that this is the unit of measure property, unit of measure here, and the currency of that a purchase item. And then you can say unit price is like 100 here, or what else you can say here, right? A unit of use or ordering, anything else I need to. Let me just think. No, I'll just hit. Now our first item is created with the show ticket, and we'll just now let me think. The purchase item is done. Spank is done. Now what else? Yes, we have to create. We have to assign the spend category to the account posting mode set. Now, account posting rule set is nothing like a set of rules which will determine that if you use a particular spend category, the transition will hit to which letter account. That is called your spend category. account posting rule set. We'll go to the view account posting rule set and then we'll use some existing account. That account, that's fine, you can't set. Now, this is like all this information. You are seeing this in here. It will be provided by you by your P2P team right as you join the supplier chain management team or SEAM team. Someone would be there. I'm not sure which technology you're using. Or you're also doing this in and out on daily basis. But this is how you like. You'll get the information that how many purchase items you want to go live with. The partner who is implementing this for you, they will come back to you and will ask question that how many spend categories, how many purchase items. Then you will give that data to them that this purchase items we have right now in the system, and then you should go to like what you call it. This is the number of items that will load into the system. That's part of your statement of account work. It was our statement of work where you decide that in this time frame the tenant would be live or what other things we'll get in this period of time and everything. Let's come back to this. We are posting rule set and that the company that we are going to use, the Tesla flying cars, is using Chifa. And account posting rules at 1 second. What was that? That was account set, but it's being used. That was Chifa. What was that? Tesla flying cars. That code would be, if I'm not wrong, that would be Tesla flying cars. Yes, the Tesla flying cars. Then let me see the accounting part of it. Added company, going details, and what is the comparable, such a standard account for you. Standard on possible in this. We have to go to this. Spend right now. Believe me, it's a May showing you it's me. You may get feeling like I don't know what's happening right now, what Rahul is doing right now, but after 2, 3 classes, once you do practice also, once you learn more about it, and once you start navigating on the stuff, this looks very easy. This will become very easy for you. That yes, this is how the system is working, all those things. For now, we'll just come to spend part here. Where's that? Spend, yes, yes, yes. And we'll come to this added post rule set option here. We'll use 6v5 for me. That's fine, come on there. It's still I can see. How this will work is that we are telling the system here isn't that if you find the company in supply invoice, purchase order, supply contact, wherever it is, if you find the company as let's take this example, Sia, and the spend category is gasoline, then you have to hit the little icon and do to this one 688 in other line. I'm saying is if your company is F1, is just a little one, and then you are your spend category is your prof me, then you have to get to this account. All this will make sense once you start hitting transactions. Then you will realize how the accountings also, because that is more important to learn. Transactions are fine, but when you look at the books or behind the things, you need to know how the accounting is getting driven in system, how a certain transaction is hitting to one less account and certain is hitting to a different letter account. This is a place called V account posting rule set where everything we define about the laser accounts that if you are using this pen category and this company combination, then it should lead to this little account. For let's say we'll use the same 6855 laser account here. I'll just add a rule here and we'll say 6855, and then I'll just add 2 rows here. We'll say this yes, now company. He said, companies are PF, Tesla, flying cars. What next? We have one more here, which is explain category entertainment. What will happen is anytime we'll use a company called TIFF and we'll use this bank entertainment it into this letter account in the books. We'll just hit here. Oh, what's wrong here? What's wrong? Field dimension, row number 7. Let's see row number 7, right? Let me check. The field dimension is required and must have value for number 5, column 7 to number 5 kilometer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But here we have a value for sure, right? What they are talking about the field dimensions. If I'm a volume, dimension values row 5, column 8. This is row 5. Where is that in power? This one is she'll fix. Now come on. Great, we can test this posting rule that we just created in the system. That is companies, TEF can relation to that account or not. And where is that? A spend category fund. Where is that? Where is that? Spend category. And then if I use a spend, get good entertainment, it will hit this does account, which is good. Just and unfortunately, I have to take. You have to be 0. Oh, please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us sales@uptalk.com.